Hey guys, welcome to another good, fresh, fun, and exciting video. Although I don't know how good, fresh, fun, and exciting this one will be because I have something personal to talk about. Look, I have nails on for once. Yes! It's always an exciting event when I wear nails because I'm actually mostly put together for once. And I can do ASMR. So how's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. I hope things are going swaggity, swiggity, swoogity, swell for you. I personally am okay. We're all right. We're surviving. Life goes on. Forward march. So, I just wanted to do, I guess, like a story time. Talk about my experiences with life. Woo. Yeah. Do you guys think I do that too much? Go, yeah. Because, like, I noticed that I do that a lot. Also, off topic from anything.
Not really though, because I haven't really started talking about anything yet.
I look so good right now. Like, I don't know if I've ever been so beautiful in my life, but like, it's pretty good, right? This hair might be behaving. I can't really tell because I'm blind. I look really blurry in this right here, to me personally. But having looked at myself in the mirror with my glosses, I look good, so. All right, so like, for real though, the meat and bones of things, as you can tell by the title of the video, I had my heart broken. Not fun. So, there's that. Which is not anything to do with the boy from my story time, but like, we'll get into that too. To be candid, I'm a very lonely person. Guys just don't seem to like me. They're not very interested in me. That's just the thing that's always been. So like, cool. This is the sign for cool now, okay. So like when one comes along that I'm like genuinely interested in, woohoo! You know. So this guy, his name was Kyle. Well, it probably still is. Most likely, unless he changed his name, which, girl, we don't know. Well, first things first. I decided randomly, like 2-3 months ago, to re-download Tinder because I was like, I want to see what's out there. I want to know what's good and fun and fresh and exciting and what kind of boys there are and what kind of men there are. Which is not really going that well, so. Because, like, again, like I said, guys just don't seem to like be that interested in me, but it's all good. Like, you be interested in whoever you're interested in. I'm happy for you if you find the right person. You know. Yeah. Let me rephrase, by the way. Guys that I'm interested in are hardly ever interested in me. So, like, so this guy named Kyle messaged me. I live in, should I say where I live? What if I get like stalked or something by some person I don't know? Don't be a freak. So I live in a town called East Berlin. And so this guy messages me, right? And he says, East Berlin, are you visiting? Are you on vacation? Something like that. And like, I was like, oh, I live like 10 minutes outside the actual town. And he was like, wait, what? There's an actual town called East Berlin? And I was like, yeah. So like, whew, right over his head. And that describes how this conversation, this connection, this good ass time started. Because it was like, we kept saying things back and forth and like, it just, whew, it was just so funny. Like we were like connecting like right off the bat. We were vibing. It was great. So I have like the most difficult time talking to the male species because like as a child, I was like relentlessly bullied, like for no reason, just because probably because I was quiet and they all assumed that I was a homo, which I am. So like, y'all got good intuition apparently. Good for you, bullies. Anyway, so it's like engraved in my brain that guys just like don't want anything to do with me, even as like a friend, or like don't want to talk to me, or like just don't like me for no reason off the bat without even knowing me. So like talking to guys has always been a task for me, like even just saying hi. So like how I ever become friends with guys is like beyond me, except for the fact that it's not really beyond me because I don't have any guy friends really. unless they're also gay, which even then I still have a hard time talking to them. Or if they're just like super chill. So like, woo. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't remember. So we were talking, what? So talking to this guy was like a knife and warm butter. Like, it was just the easiest thing in the world. Like, easy. You think 1 + 1 is 2 is easy? This was so smooth. So easy. The most. Like, yes. Swag. So something else is kind of like a funny side story that like has to do with this kind of, this is falling down. Shout out to Johanna. She's really cool. She's another drag queen. When I met her, she asked where I was from. I said East Berlin. She goes, "Sprechen Sie Deutsch?" And I was just like, and my drag mother, shout out to LSA, was like,
Pennsylvania.
so I told him about that. I was like, so like, blah. I wish I could remember how like the things progressed. But like, yeah, I told him about that and I was just like, I don't speak German, so like, don't do that. And he's like, well, don't worry, I'm not gonna go full German on you. And I thought he said he was gonna go full German on me, so I was just like,
Well, if you do that, I'll just be confused.
and I was staring at my phone like, and I realized that he said he wasn't going to, so I was just like, I'm done. And he was like, it's all good. Yeah, so that was fun. He was really cute, by the way. He still is, but so that started probably around like 11:30 that night, and we talked until like 4:45 in the morning about like just stuff.
Lori. Thanks.
We were vibing. Like, it was a good ass time. Like, we were getting along super well. We were definitely vibing. Things were definitely going like amazingly. We have like everything in the world in common. I mean, like
Everything.
like, as a child, I was obsessed with Digimon, which I could watch that now. I might after I'm done filming this, to be completely honest, because that sounds really good. It was just like a bunch of stuff like that we had in common that like had to do with like our childhood.
Oh my god, I think I'm having a stroke.
Childhoods. Yeah. We had stuff in common. Okay. Stop trying to be a freak. Just talk. This hair is having problems. It's kind of annoying me. I would like to rip it off. But anyway, so like we just had like a lot in common, like the most. It was amazing. Like I was like,
This is like really happening right now, isn't it? Like,
cute ass guy, nice ass beard, looks like a lumberjack, my ideal type. We just keep finding out things that we have in common. Talking is like the easiest thing in the world. I'm really bad at talking. Not like speaking, but like making coherent like thoughts with my mouth from my brain. Like,
Not the easiest task.
let me just say. Miss Dog be like, no? Okay. So anyway, get back on track. So like, I don't have an easy time talking to guys at all for the 56th time. The fact that like all of the cards were stacking up really well for me was great. I needed to go to bed. So I was like, I'm gonna be no good for work tomorrow. So like, I'm going to sleep. We should talk again tomorrow. And he was like, down. Things were going really well. We talked the next day for most of the day. It was great. I was like,
OMG.
I feel like I knew better than to jump the gun and be like, this is happening. Like, I talked to my friends and I was like, this is happening. This is the real deal. This is gonna be a thing. So like, we talked the next day and it was great. Found out he was an Aquarius, which was terrible. Aquariuses are the worst. Aquariuses get me up, like, all the way. Like, no me gusta. No ma'am. No pam. No spam.
No!
Ugh. So I was like,
well, we're still gonna like, you know, whatever, because we're vibing and stuff.
and I feel like the world was like,
Sister, don't do it. He's an Aquarius.
and his name was Kyle, so like, that was already a problem. People named Kyle are like, I wanted to just say disparageable, but I don't know if that's a word, so I might have just made that up, and if it is a word, I don't know if it means what I want it to mean in the context of this story. So like, we were still vibing and stuff. It was going good. Found out he drives a Jeep.
Actually, he said it was his stepdad's Jeep, but like, still, girl, bye. He was driving it, and therefore it was his.
Logic. Things were going well enough that I was like, I'm gonna like really try to like. And I am not the most forward person in the world. If we haven't already established that, I don't make the first move like ever. So we weren't going to do that, but we were. So I asked him for his Instagram. And I followed him with my out of drag account and my drag account because I was like, if this is gonna happen, he's obviously gonna like need to be into both of me because I'm two people like a Gemini. Split me down the middle. So he stopped talking to me. I guess he was busy or something. And so I got home. I decided I was gonna message him. I asked him how his day was and I took my dog outside. Shout out to Quinn. Quinn's the love of my life. He's the only one for me. Quinn. Quinn. Yeah. I wish I could stop doing that.
Yeah.
So I took Quinn outside, came back to check my messages. He was gone. Unmatched. And I was like, huh? So I looked him up on Instagram. Gone. Hello? What?
Hello.
And I was getting like, what is the word I'm looking for? I was getting like, distraught. We'll go with that. I have a third Instagram account. It's a spam account. If you don't know what that is, tough luck. So I looked him up from there and he still existed. So I was like, this bitch blocked me. And I can only assume what happened was Miss Dog stopped barking. I can only assume what happened was he is a dumbass and didn't pay much attention to my Tinder bio thing. He then found out that I do drag and said, bye. Which is entirely his fault. And his fault, what? So like blocked for no reason. And I was just like, bitch, what? Like, did you forget where we were like having a good time? And like, y'all, this is like the third time this has happened to me where I getting along. Speaking is hard. I was getting along with a guy like really well. And then they found out I do drag and they just like,
Gotta go.
So I was like distraught. And I was in like disassociation land for like the next like 3 days. Cause like it just broke my heart and my spirit. I found somebody who was like completely ideal. And because I choose to do drag, he just disappeared. So that really sucks. And if I am completely honest, I at that point said that I'm completely done doing drag. I give up. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. I, in the moment, developed this like resentment towards drag and towards Excella, this part of my personality, because I'm just like, I'm going to die sad and alone because I'm a drag queen. Like, that's what I deserve. Thanks, life. Doesn't matter if I'm a good person or not. Life said,
No, you do this. You don't get that. Goodbye.
yeah, like we felt like the most discouraged. Like we did not want anything to do with us at all anymore. Period. I got a really good pep talk from a friend of mine, but like I have to sit in my feelings for days. And she was like mad at me because like I didn't listen to her, but whatever. 2 other things happened that made me like, I used to have a friend who was like a best friend, and she just kind of stepped out of my life for whatever reason. I'll never really understand why. It seems like people just like get tired of you, or they do their own thing, decide that like you don't need to be a part of that thing. And I know that she watches these, so like she told me how much she enjoyed my videos. I was like disassociating, so like I was just kind of like, and she asked me if I was alright, which was good for me because like we haven't really talked in like probably like a year and a half. Again, I was disassociating, so I was just like, I'm fine, life goes on. I decided to text her after that to tell her how much I appreciated her like reaching out and being like, swag. Because like I really do appreciate that. We had a nice little like conversation, and I feel like there was some kind of clarity of closure with this like situation of her like stepping out. So that made me feel pretty good to know that like not only did I have that clarity, but to know that like even though we're not like, you know, this anymore. She's still supporting me and watching these, so like, thanks, girl. Mwah. And then the other thing that happened that made me like really like second guess, like, am I gonna give up, is this woman who, I want to call her a friend, but like, I don't think we're really friends. We're like acquaintances, ex-co-workers, but like, I'll still call her a friend because like, she's good people. She messaged me and said that her daughter came out as bisexual last year, and that my videos have really helped to show her that like, you can be yourself, and like, her daughter is gonna be perfectly fine out in the world. And she just said that like, watching me blossom into myself by like doing these videos and stuff and online and whatever has been really great, and just showed her that like, her daughter's gonna be fine out in the world. And that really like was so funny, like the timing of that. Like, she didn't have any clue like what I was going through and like what I was feeling in regards to like resentment towards like drag and resentment towards like being myself, because like doing drag is like being myself. Like, so her messaging me that at that time, just like randomly, was really like a smack in the face. You're not about to give up. You're not about to like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. One more thing that I wanted to say, because I said I would explain it, what this has to do with that guy that I had a crush on. This guy, Kyle, like, him ghosting me really like sucked out my like optimism for things and like whatever. And it seems like it like mopped up the floor with my feelings for that other guy. So like, we don't have that anymore. I think everything, mostly everything, there's definitely things that happen like for no reason, but I think that most things can be taken in some kind of positive way. And I think that this happened to me because it showed me like, you're becoming like too like attached to someone for like little to no reason. And so we're gonna like do this to like get that out of your system. Because Crush Boy, he's like super busy, so like he's not really down to talk. Cause like I got his Snapchat and stuff, so that was fun and I was like super excited for that, but like he doesn't talk. So like, I feel like I could articulate that better, but like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Oh, I think that this other guy really did show up at an ideal time to like just exist. I sound like a freak saying this, but like him just existing and being there like really like did something to me mentally that like made me feel like wholly more positive and like optimistic and stuff. And I feel like he appeared for that, and I grew attached to that feeling, and life was like,
Sis, you need to like stop, because like, this isn't what this is.
and so then Kyle happened to, which is fine, you know? So unfortunately for anybody who is invested, that's not a thing. That's not gonna happen. So sorry about it. We were like super distraught at first, but like, to quote the genius Catherine Wheel, I'm a fierce teen woman, so we will survive. I just want to say, as a side note, sidetrack, don't ghost people. Like, what's wrong with you? People deserve to have the common decency of you saying to them, like, not feeling it. There's dogs squeaking in the background. If you date someone and you find out they have a hobby that like bothers you, like, tell them. Be like, I really like you, but like, I can't deal with this, gotta go. Okay? Because like, yeah, they'll still feel bad, but like, they'll feel a lot better than being like, what? Who? What? You know? I don't know if what I just said made any sense, but like. And I just want to say, as like a side note, it would be super easy to like harbor a bunch of resentment and like dwell on the past and like blah blah blah, but like, Kyle, wherever you're in the world, I forgive you. Have a good life. So yeah, so like, you should totally like subscribe, but like, you don't have to. So yeah, but like, we'll like try to make more videos, but we might not, because we might run out of things to talk about, because my life isn't that exciting. I could do like Nair ASMR. I don't really know what that would be, because I don't think Nair makes noise, but like, but yeah, so like, subscribe. So like, maybe in next week's video, we will like perform a striptease for Melania Trump. I have to sneeze. Maybe I'll do a Winnie the Pooh inspired belly dance on national TV. Maybe I will meet my, I was gonna say daughter-in-law, but what the I don't want one of those. Maybe I will go roller skating and fall down a flight of stairs. But instead of breaking my leg or back or skull, we don't know, I will land in a pile of gold. That sounds painful, but maybe I will. You know? Goodbye.